We've all been there. You're online shopping and purchase a sharp navy blue suit. However, when it arrives, it's not navy blue, it's royal blue. Disappointed, you return the suit and will likely never shop at this store again. The store just lost a customer and probably for life. As a media professional, you don't want this happening with any of your clients. Even if you don't work in media, it's still important to understand the significant impact that color accuracy has on your brand. I'm Adam from Messenger Bag Media, and as a visual media professional in any field, it's important that you understand the common color formats available and when you should be using each one. This is especially true if you find yourself working in print, digital, and web media. I should preface that this video is not going to talk about color theory. Rather, it will serve as an introduction to color formats for different applications. So let's get into it. Let's begin by looking at two popular color modes. What is a color mode anyway? You may have heard the term color mode or color model and color space. A color mode or model refers to the model used by your computer to represent colors digitally. The most popular color modes we'll be looking at today is the RGB or red, green, and blue, and CMYK or cyan, magenta, yellow, and key, with the key meaning black. There are also such things as color spaces, which are different from color modes. A color space refers to the color range or gamut of colors that can be accurately represented. For example, you could be working in the RGB color mode, but what RGB color space? sRGB, Adobe RGB 1998, ProPhoto RGB, each color space is capable of displaying a different gamut of colors. Color spaces, however, are a topic for another video. Let's take a closer look at color modes. First, let's talk about RGB. RGB is an additive color mode. This means that if you layer every color on top of each other, they increase in value to eventually create a solid white. This is because RGB is working with light, where black would be the absence of color or a shut-off pixel. That is, the RGB color mode is used when working with colors to be viewed on electronic displays such as computer screens, televisions, digital projectors, and smartphones. Like the pixels on these displays, RGB works by mixing different intensities of red, green, and blue to create a wide range of colors. Each color channel ranges from intensities of 0 to 255, and these unique combinations create different perceived colors capable of producing complex gradients and images. As mentioned, the RGB color mode should be used exclusively for screen applications. Sending an RGB document to print will result in inaccurate colors when compared to what's seen on your working file, potentially resulting in an unhappy client. CMYK, on the other hand, is a subtractive color mode, meaning that if you layer every available color, they will decrease in value, creating a solid black. The CMYK mode represents working with ink. That is, subtracting various amounts of cyan, magenta, yellow, and black ink from white paper to create different colors. As with RGB, CMYK is capable of producing complex gradients, and with the addition of the key color, or black, can reproduce images with shadow and texture on print. A CMYK image viewed on screens, however, will result in a washed out looking image. That's why it's always important to ensure that you're using the right color mode for your desired application. You may have heard of some other types of color formats as well, such as Pantone colors, for example. Unlike RGB and CMYK, which can create a wide variety of colors and complex gradients, Pantone is a popular proprietary color matching system, which refers to a method or technology used to ensure consistency and accuracy in reproducing very specific individual colors. Pantone colors are owned by the Pantone company itself, meaning they're not publicly available. Pantone colors are identified by unique codes and names, and each color is mixed by print shops using specific ink formulas to achieve consistent results. Pantone colors are commonly used for branding, logo designs, and any project where precise color matching is crucial. Coca-Cola, for example, has its own specific red, PMS 484. This color, as with all Pantone colors, can be closely approximated in print with CMYK, but will not be exactly the same. When printing, you have two options: process color and spot color. Process color refers to printing in CMYK, which mixes cyan, magenta, yellow, and key to create close approximations of colors. This is ideal for printing images and gradients. You pay for 4 colors and can approximate almost any color of the rainbow. Spot color, on the other hand, uses individual colors. It is unable to print gradients or images, and you must pay for each color you include. So why do this? Because spot color uses Pantone or other proprietary color matching systems to create the exact brand colors that look beautiful. Looking closely at a CMYK print, you can see the individual colors used to approximate a different color. Look closely at a spot color print and you'll see a solid color, like paint. Which type of printing you should use entirely depends on your print job and what you plan to do. You may have also heard of hex or hexadecimal colors. Hex codes are commonly used in web design. Colors in the hex system are represented using a combination of 6-digit letters and numbers. Hex is not a color mode, rather it's a system of universally communicating colors to different applications. These 6-digit codes works to specify RGB values to HTML, CSS, and other tools for designing websites, apps, and digital content. In summary, RGB is used for electronic displays, CMYK is used for printing, Pantone is used for precise color matching and printing, and HEX is used for specifying colors on web and digital graphics. Understanding the difference between these color modes and systems is essential for producing accurate and consistent colors across different mediums and applications. To wrap up this video, let's take a look at a quick demonstration of creating consistent brand colors across different media. Let's imagine you're developing visual branding for a new company. You decide to use the Pantone color PMS2597C as their main brand color. If you were to have their company color printed in spot color, you would use this code to specify to the printer what exact ink formula they would use to print this one color. However, if you want to use their logo on a printed flyer that also contains images, you would likely need to print using process color. This means you would need a CMYK value to approximate your Pantone color. Further, if you were to use their logo on social media, for example, you would need an RGB value to approximate the Pantone color. Finally, if you wanted to use this color on their website, you would need a hex code communicating the RGB values to your web builder. If you did your job right, the difference between the Pantone, CMYK, RGB, and web colors would be relatively minor. Of course, it's impossible to exactly replicate color using different methods, and some color will be harder to approximate than others. But the final result should be consistent branding across different media. I hope you found this video on different color modes and systems useful and you can apply it in your future work. If you found this helpful, please give us a like, it always goes a long way. Also, leave us a comment letting us know any specific video topics you would like for us to cover in the future. If you're looking for any tips and tricks to improve your graphic design, videography, or photography skills, check out our channel. And if you like what you see, please consider subscribing. Perhaps your media needs are greater than you can manage on your own. Messenger Bag Media is your one-stop media shop. We serve businesses large and small for all communication needs. Visit messengerbagmedia.ca. Reach out and let's create something amazing together. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.